Jordan,
Yeah.
we have a new generation. And we've got water this time with a few
Okay.
deep fish, and we also start with a monastery.
What do you think about that, Dave?
It makes it very interesting here
Hmm.
because Spanish have a good monastery. If they get their castle up, they can go Inquisition, which makes the monks very nice. But Portuguese monks are cheaper. Also, Spanish have missionaries, I know, but like us Vipers trolling. Probably not going to see any of those.
Yeah, but actually, both civilizations have something bonuses on the monastery tag, so that's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. We have three boars on the map as well, and a little bit of fish, but that one is not that impactful. I think making a dock makes sense in the corner, yes, but never really contested.
Yeah, you make like 4 fishing ships, and then you just move them along if you can.
Yeah.
But having 3 boars there is great. You also have berries for the Portuguese. So I think with 3 boars and berries, Portuguese, you could maybe make an argument for not going for the dock if you only see like 1 deep fish along the outside. However, the dock should make sense.
That's something I would really struggle with right now, and I'm a pro
like,
player. Like,
Hera can't see the deep fish. So like,
yeah.
do you go for it? Do you risk it? You're gonna have to scout the shoreline. That's probably what he should be doing with his scout right now.
Yeah.
Is seeing if there's deep fish.
Yeah. This is like, what is the right decision here as the Portuguese player? Because you wanna, capitalize on the berries as fast as possible. But if you do it, then the dock is going to be delayed. I think I would go for the berries first and then follow it up with the dock.
I don't know if I think if you're going for the dock, you got to go for that early though, right? And I don't think they're even going to go for the dock because neither of them see deep fish. They only see shore fish.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, from their point of view, like from Viper's point of view, it's so close to the edge of the map that it's so unlikely there's going to be deep fish there.
Yeah.
Also, he kind of scouted the corner, but he doesn't see the fish jumping because part of that little square is in the dark. So neither of them is going to go for a dock here, and they're both just going to go to berries.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. Usually on those maps, I always dock because there's always something in the corner. Even just, having 3 fishing boats can make your life so much easier.
Well, in that case, if Viper isn't docking, that kind of plays into Hera's advantage because Hera gets an additional bonus from being on those berries.
Yeah.
Whereas Viper does not, so.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Quick wall shenanigans by Viper, and therefore he was able to deal 6 damage onto that scout. And, Dave, Portuguese against Spanish on this map, overall, I would still favor Portuguese due to the fact that Portuguese just have a little bit of a smoother build early on. And Spanish, they don't really have anything going for them economically, except the fact that they build faster.
Can you go for early pressure here as Hera? You get the outposts immediately from Viper, which means he has a lot of vision.
Yeah.
So it's not really a surprise going in against him. And also with 3 boars, there's a risk that by the time your pressure gets there, the Spanish are already up.
Mm-hmm.
So can you justify it? That's my question.
I think you can justify it, yeah.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that, the gold would be a little bit exposed. You would have to have a tower to defend at least. And you literally give up all the map control if you allow your opponent to push heavily into your late. So I don't think any of the players sees fast castle as a valid option, and therefore we see both of them going up. I'm a little bit
is trolling Viper so hard. Oh my god, this is that's like the 7th shot he's.
It is
done at it.
It is. Just
don't kill it.
That's this risky thing, right? Because sometimes you as a player just like automatically say, okay, 4 villages in the TC, then I have to shoot 3 times. And then bam! The boy is dead. Okay, so Hera up without Loom again. And it looks like he does that quite often. At least today. Whoa, did you...
Viper tried to... he tried to trap that scout,
You literally scared me right now. I thought something happened. I thought something happened. You gotta get your head in the game, man. You gotta
be watching.
Like,
what?
Bro,
if Viper had trapped in Hera's scout, that would have been a big moment. That would have been a big moment. We would have remembered that for years.
I remember that moment for years now as well. Don't worry. Oh god. I was checking Viper Scout, chilling, and then whoa.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Hera can't take that scout engagement either. So Viper
Yeah.
has the HP advantage, which
Yep.
should play to his advantage.
Yeah.
Because Hera is going to avoid him. If Viper can take out that scout, that'll be big because they start with the monastery once they get in Castle Age. Viper actually going for both eco upgrades now and still hasn't gone out to stone. So he's going for an archer range and he'll make
God.
skirms here in defense. And this just doesn't feel great as Spanish, does it?
Dave, I honestly think I would not be surprised if Hera wins 3-0 here against Viper. I would not be surprised by that.
Well, at least Viper's going to have scout skirm, which
Yeah.
is a decent combo.
Yeah.
To keep him in the feudal age for a while, but it looks like he's kind of committed to that by now. Hera will see the scouts coming in. Viper won't be able to get that villager. Doesn't even try. The amount of respect that these guys have for each other, like he doesn't even try.
Yeah,
he just
it's
leaves.
just like, no, you don't have to engage here. It's just like, you know exactly there's something going to come as defense. And, yeah, just checking, you know, they're playing a little bit with each other here.
Yeah. Nikov doesn't think you're being supportive enough of Viper, saying he's going to get 3'd out. Nikov just said you were an awful person.
That's something Nikov never would say to me.
Yeah.
Never.
No, he said it.
Give me a screenshot. Like, I don't buy it. Like,
it's just too late, man. It's already been. The chat's moving so fast. It's just too late. The chat's moving so fast.
Nikov would never claim something like that. He's too nice as a person. He likes me too much. He would never be like that.
Okay. That's because you're not on in the right time zone to queue against him 5 times in a row. If you beat him 5 times in a row, you might have some different experience.
Whoa! What are you insinuating here, Dave?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
Nikov wouldn't be so nice anymore. You don't know.
No. I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
Okay.
Okay.
Viper's holding in Hera.
Yeah.
And Viper's food eco, it's not looking too bad. He still has berries left over, right? He can start adding the farms. But think about how much food, or sorry, how much wood Hera's getting while gathering the food from the forage berries.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that we don't see a stable yet from Hera. I'm really surprised by that. He's also very late with the farming, something he never. Usually, he's always the first one to the farming. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, Dave.
So Viper got Town Watch, but he still doesn't have enough vision to see that there's fish on the outside. I wonder if you can even dock this with the ice around there. I think you can, right?
Oh, you
Pretty
can
you
for sure.
can. Yeah.
Yeah. You can for sure. Dave, does it look like... It looks like... Yeah, indeed. Hera wants
does
to fast castle. He will
Okay.
be completely greedy here.
Makes sense.
Does it?
This makes sense. He's got more berries at the back he can go to once he abandons this area. He's fighting up against a Spanish opponent that's going all in feudal. Are you really that worried about the Spanish in Castle Age?
Oh.
You can just keep pushing with your archers. You get up to Castle Age first. You're not really worried about this feudal army. You know he's not going into Conks likely.
I'm just...
Just go up.
Yeah, but... You know, I'm just surprised because you give up all the map control. And that's something which feels very uncomfortable. But it is what he's going for. He has sold all the stone. And now he just wants to get up as soon as possible. Buy a little bit more food and he's up there. And Viper, he will obviously be a little bit later. But not so much, I think.
How many forage bushes did we have? Did we have 6 from each?
I think it's 6 for each.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was a total of 12.
Yeah, that helps a lot. That's 500 extra wood.
Well, and
And
you're
400,
getting
400. No, let
it would
me.
be 400. It would be
500,
464,
500.
right?
500.
Okay.
Because one, like, if you have 6 berry
I think
bushes...
it's 42. It's 42 from each berry, right? So no,
No,
it would be
let's
more
not
than
go
It
that
would be
direction.
500. It would be 500.
500, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I think it's 42 from each berry bush. I think so.
It should-
I might
should
have my
be-
numbers wrong.
42, yeah.
Yeah, this is two idiots trying to figure out the math on this shit. But if 500 should be, it should be fine.
I was about to say, why do we do math on stream?
I don't know. Castle Age on the way from Hera. Viper's about to click up. He does. He's 1 minute and 20 seconds behind, and he's on stone now. But with Hera having a big military, presumably crossbows, the conquistadors, I don't know how much of a threat they're going to be. However, Viper's still holding map control here with
That's
these
the thing.
skirmishers.
Yeah, that's the thing, which is so important to him. And he is on stone as well. So he knows exactly he can throw some towers in as a defense if he really needs to. So, and he also sees that the army has not gone out, right? I mean, he can't. Like, Hera can't go out. He always runs the risk of losing his archers. So he has to wait until the Castle Age upgrades are hitting. And that gives Viper a lot of crucial time here.
And Viper can get elite skirm if he wants to. Also, doesn't have to pay gold for the blacksmith upgrades, which is not something you think about all the time, but it's very, very useful as Hera now comes out and he nopes right back to the middle of his base. Doesn't want to fight that, and Viper even going in, trying to look for value. Both players have now seen the fish on the outside, by the way.
Yeah.
Hera's only seen one, Viper has seen multiple, so maybe Viper takes advantage of that at some point. The knight here from Hera is to push back the skirmishers, and he can escape his base now.
Man, look at Viper. Oh, God. Viper sacrificing one skirm just to block the knight here. That was just a beautiful move. Have never seen that before. And yeah, the pathing, you know, for melee units is not always the best thing here. And now, upon reaching Castle Age, Viper upgrading Elite Skirmisher with Bodkin Arrow. And he should be able to defend with the monastery in place as well to convert potential knight and
Does he
elite
go
skirms.
I just answered my question. If Viper, I think Viper's streaming right now. I thought maybe Missionary would be the play. Maybe.
It is the monks.
That's true, Monk.
It is the monks, not the missionary.
I
But
think Missionary should be able to pick up relics.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I agree. It would just make Spanish so much more stronger.
On maps that they're not already strong on. I don't think it really
Exactly.
improves them all that much on maps they're already strong on, so.
Yeah, Spanish are like top S tier Civ, right? Like, it's one of the most picked ones and won ones.
Well, for Nomad, it's basically it. Nomad, Mega Random, maybe.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
So, forward siege push from Hera. I love to see that because, you know, Hera has that, how would you say, this reputation that he is the best defensive player, but he can play extremely offensive as well.
Yep. I think it was, God, I can't remember what, it was on Four Lakes or Cross or whatever. I can't remember what tournament it was against Vinchester, where Vinch was trying to like boom up and Hera was just all in knights and he was like 30 vills behind.
Yeah.
And he just washed over Vinchester basically with like 4 stable production.
Yeah.
It's Burgundians, I believe it was his civ. So he has that potential to just all in, and that's kind of what he's doing right now to an extent. His eco looks okay behind it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty well set up, but Mangonels, crossbows, knights, Viper's struggling.
He definitely struggles. Redemption is in for the monks though. And that is just a huge, huge thing. Now, oh, what?
Oh, he gets it!
What?
Nice conversion.
That conversion was so quick. I've never seen such a high, fast conversion. What was this? Okay, Mangonel goes down. That was a good micro by Hera. And now those skirms are a little bit exposed, aren't they, Dave?
Bunch of those knights are weak, though. Hera needs to be careful because of that TC. Also converting the Mangonel. Nice little dodge there from Viper. Do you see the step back with the skirms?
Yeah.
As he was being attacked by the Knights. That was beautiful there from Viper. Now he's got skirms to push back the crossbows. And he's got monks to convert the siege or the Knights. And Hera needs to leave. And Viper's getting a castle up. Viper, 54 villagers against 49 from Hera. And Hera's now getting to +2. But his eco, not really going to compare to Viper's as Viper goes for a 3rd TC now.
Yeah, and also a heavy plow and bowsaw incoming for Viper as well. So he's setting himself up very, very nicely. With the castle, he's going to be able to defend very good as well. Because the Conquistadors, they are always going to pose a big threat against siege units, right? Especially the Mangonel and Scorpions here. So
I think
Hera, you cannot really do the lethal push anymore.
I think the best thing the conks are going to give you here is scouting and kind of denying Hera expanding. If you bring them over to the north to the left side of his base, the conks can be really useful for that.
Yeah.
You don't want to go like heavy into Conquistador, I feel like, because Hera has the crossbows already and monks.
Yeah.
He should be decent. Also, Viper, I mean, could make an argument for making a dock now. And some fishing ships, but I don't know if he's going to think of that.
Even when the game is finished, Dave is going to talk about the water.
It's just, if you have excess wood, it's just kind of like free, right?
Yeah, I know. So,
Hera's going for a TC. Viper has scouts over there. Doesn't see it, though.
I think he will see it because he's patrolling all the way. He's patrolling all the way
as
down.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
here comes
sees
the
it.
Conquistador.
Oh, God.
Oh boy, that's unfortunate for Hera. Just as he was thinking about expanding his eco, Viper's there.
Yeah. And that's something, you know, one of the biggest strengths of Viper. He always does those small things, in quote small, that have a big impact on the game as well. And, you know, it doesn't only change the game itself, but also mentality-wise, it has an impact on you as a player because you're like, oh God, this guy is
now,
one step ahead.
Hera just got 2 Mangonels converted. Oh boy. He does take out one of them. He's going to take out a second one here. The Light Cav are running in though, and they're dying, and Viper is still defending, and Viper is still denying that TC over there to the north of Hera's base. Now he comes in with the conks trying to snipe the Mangonel. He can get Inquisition if he wants to keep his monks converting the Mangonels. I don't know if he's gotten it already.
What is Inquisition again? I always forget.
That's faster conversions for the monks.
Faster conversions?
Yep.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
No.
For Spanish?
No. Like, I know nothing about this game apparently. Dave, every time I cast with you, I learn new stuff. Camels getting destroyed by Cataphract. That's why I never attend quiz shows.
Did you do one of those quiz shows with Nelson?
I did once in the bootcamp, and there I was very lucky with the questions.
Ah. These conks are so annoying. Oh boy. And look, it forces all of Hera's army back. I don't even think this army from Hera can clear up those 6 conks.
No,
I mean, there's 2 weak ones in there, but +2 armor on the full HP ones with bloodlines. Gonna be pretty tough. Fervor now coming in for Viper. Fervor? Really? Okay.
And what is... I mean, Dave, look at the village count. 30 village discrepancy. Like, what is going on there?
Well, I mean, Hera didn't add that second TC because it got denied, right? Viper's been on 3 TC for so long.
Yeah.
Imperial Age on the way for Viper now, and now it just feels over.
Yeah.
Although he's going imp in that TC, I don't know.
Yeah, but even then, even if that TC, it's not gonna happen. Like, monks are there to convert the siege. And you can use the town center for garrisoning all the time as well. It's just... I mean, there's this nice raid happening in the south with those knights. But, in the front, the skirms, getting some hits on them. But the lead of Viper is just a little bit too high.
He's going to get both the knights. Both the knights. One of the knights killed by the crossbows before it can snipe that Mangonel. More monks coming forward from Hera. Hera's still far away from Imperial Age. We look at his food eco. 13 on food right now, Jordan.
Yeah,
13 on
that's...
food for Hera. So that is unfortunate. And he still has really nothing to do with the conks in the north. Just one monk over there.
Man, the monks have been converting since ages. Okay, now finally they get the conversion. But Dave, would you agree that monks are the most tilting unit in the game?
I think they make the game amazing, though. I really like the niche that they fill.
Yeah.
I think like it's a risk reward type of system, and it enables huge comebacks similar to the market. If I see any player, and I might be unfairly targeting Nikov here, who's in my chat, complaining about market or monks, I know that their playstyle is pretty boring. That's a hot take.
It's a hot take, yeah, but it's an honest one. Yeah, I can understand it. Like, you would not say that people like Huang or Doubt are boring in terms of their playstyle, right?
Yeah. GBV.
What does that mean, Dave?
GBVG.
I'm not
GBVG.
I'm not a mother
That's-
language
That's
speaker.
the acronym for the steroids that Viper takes before he plays a game like this, and he's just letting Hera know. It's GBVG. That's what I take. I microdose that shit. And then I'm able to beat you Spanish against Portuguese without YOLOing into conks. Great play from Viper there.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I was just a little bit surprised by Hera not going for scouts here. Because he gave up all the map control and let it, let Viper take it. And I think, even though you're so close together, I still think it's an uncomfortable situation to be in. Now people make fun of me because I said I would not be surprised that Hera wins 3-0.
Well, I mean, it was just Hera trying to FC with crossbows, getting his ego getting a little bit too far in front of him, maybe thinking that once he got to Castle Age, he could just manage all the manage all the army from Viper and push back. But Viper doing a great job with the skirms just to hold him in, not letting him hit that timing window. What is going on with these birds in the center?
I have no idea. Did you know? By the way, super interesting information. When you're in the game, you can follow a bird.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Why am I telling a custom scenario player new things? Of course you knew it.
There's more birds joining them. There's 4 birds now. Nope, 3, 4. Okay, now we got 4. Can we get 5? Nope. Maybe 5 coming up here.
That's
5th, 6th, 7, maybe 7 birds.
7,
but
8,
only 4 of them are
8.
going back and forth. Only 4 of them are going back and forth. We got to get another one mixed up in this. Oh, it's so close.
It's 9 now. No. Yeah, 9.
Yeah, but like they got to join the party. There's only 4 of them on the dance floor. You know, the other ones are just very casual about it.
They're joining every once in a while. Can you explain that behavior to me? Because
I think
I'm
birds
a bit
get
lost.
stuck on things. They definitely get stuck on things. So we got 4 stuck here, and then the other ones are in a line. I see what you were looking at. I was fully zoomed in on just the 4 bouncing back and forth. They're in a line. Very interesting. I don't know. Aliens. There's a pyramid. There's birds. There's a relic. Has the aliens.
God, I think I've not seen something like that.
I've seen something similar, but not quite to this extent. That is wild. They will split up at some point, hopefully.
Will they?
Because I won't be able to focus. Feudal Age coming in from Viper now. Hera getting Loom, so he's going to click up with 20 population. And Hera's gone for Khmer, Viper's gone for Franks. I didn't even notice this is. Not lying to you.
The funny thing is that they're already advancing to Feudal Age, and we haven't casted anything yet.
It's fine. We didn't need to. It's Habib.
Yeah. That's true.
Look at the gold and the stone for Hera. Yikes. I hate the... They're so ugly. I mean, he's going to be able to defend him, but...
The stone is somewhat acceptable. The
Yeah.
gold is completely disastrous, and it is as front as it can be. And Viper's gold and stone looks almost as close as disgusting, doesn't it, Dave?
Where is Viper's? Viper has the map hacks, dude. Viper's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
Dave, walk us through it. Hera with Kamer against Viper with Franks.
I think the key here for Hera is not to overthink it. But he's going for an archer range approach. And he won't end up making the barracks here, which is interesting because Viper is Franks. A lot of times, if you're playing Khmer against Franks, you'll see them go for the barracks even though they don't need it, just to have some spearmen involved. And I think that should be the case here for Hera. I don't think he should get cocky and play this without spearmen and fuel age.
That's a big issue, right? Because the best counter, I feel like, against this approach from Hera is stable opening. Because Hera cannot mix in any spearmen right now, and Franks even have more HP on their scouts as well. So that is
Viper's
really
already
huge.
being so annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying with these scouts. Like he's here early, sees the range from Hera. Hera finally gets it up. By the time Hera starts producing archers, Viper already has 2 scouts on the field with another one in the queue. Hera can jump in that house and save the Vil. But I feel like we're going to see a whole lot of this.
Yeah.
Hera just micromanaging his eco to keep it safe. And without the ability to make spears, he doesn't have the ability to push Viper.
Exactly. And that is the big issue for him. And now the archers, he will never
They
be
can't
able
hop in the houses.
Yeah, exactly. And you will never be able to get the amount of archers you need as the Khmer play now.
You need a barracks. If you're going to play
need
archer range with Khmer, especially at these distances, you need a barracks. And Viper's just going to kill another Vil. And Viper can... I think if you're in Viper's shoes, you can even make an argument for just adding a bunch of farms right now and even going a second stable if this continues.
Yeah,
if you don't see a barracks from Hera, you just keep spamming scouts because he doesn't have a response to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's another Vil. Dead.
And now it's 25 villagers, Dave, against 22. And look at how oversaturated the gold is.
Yep.
I think Hera might be a little bit tired here. Just a little bit.
Viper actually adds an archer range instead of a stable, so Scout Skirm is still pretty good against the guy, going archer range. And now even if Hera adds a barracks to help his archers out, with the archer range there, your skirms or archers can take care of the spearmen. So
yeah.
I don't know what the thought process here was for Hera. Maybe he thought Viper would play greedy. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see that outplay here. And now also on the berries, the 4 scouts are going to have a field day.
Yep.
Another villager goes down.
Can't get in.
Yeah. At this point, Hera must be a little bit frustrated with the way things shaped out here because he doesn't have the initiative as well.
I think he's going to be pissed off with that gold position too.
Hmm.
Because he's kind of, if that was in the back, maybe he could have walled it off earlier. But he was forced to go for that front wall to protect the gold. But still, I mean, regardless of the gold position, you'd still be in a similar spot right now, playing no barracks against scouts.
Yeah. Yeah, Hera gets, he does some scouting here in the back of the base. He doesn't know the forest yet of Viper, but at this point, it doesn't look like he will be able to leave his base anytime soon. Germs are about to hit... Oh no, archers even. Wow, archers.
I'm surprised Viper went archers and not scouts.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that as well.
Your scouts can take care of the villagers. It's like you don't need something to snipe vills down. You need something to counter any spearmen or archers from Hera. But I mean, the archers are harassing the wood line. The scouts are keeping Hera's archers at bay for the time being.
Yep.
And Viper is now finally starting to add in some farms behind this.
Yeah, that was
his food go up.
Super necessary. Because if you take a look at the food count, 400 in the bank for Hera. while Viper only has 24. So this looks very promising for Hera in that regard. And he is also going for market here. So I don't know, Dave. I felt like this is going to be a very quick game, but Hera might make something happen here.
And I felt like Viper would be in a much better position economically if he had just kept adding scouts, because he would have added farms earlier. Didn't
Yep.
need to go for that range, right? And his farms were so late that now Hera is probably going to click up to Castle Age first, and Hera's hitting the market now too. So Hera's going to try and come back into this game with a really quick Castle Age.
Which he
Viper
will
is
be
still
able.
providing
Yeah.
some pressure.
Yeah.
But Hera has an army suddenly.
Yeah.
And still has the walls. And Viper is going for armor for his scouts.
Yeah, it
Wow.
will be full fuel age play. I think he needs to go for forward tower. Forward tower onto the archer range. That's the play, Dave. If he does that, he has great chances. If he doesn't do it, Hera will most likely win.
I don't think Viper's going to YOLO into... Oh, there's the tower on the wood line. Okay. No
I
tower
don't
on
like the
gold
wood line
ledge,
though.
right?
It has to be on gold. Absolutely has to be on gold.
And it's only one villager too.
It's only
Okay,
one
there's the
villager.
second one coming.
Oh, that's a bad tower. I don't like that tower.
Can't Hera, like, if he knows the archers are on the left side, he can just hop in that house, hop out the other side of the ville, and wall them in? Yeah.
In theory, yes. Now, those are archer numbers. 8.
These scouts have
needs to-
armor.
Yeah, he needs to kill all of them. But that's going to be a tough task.
Mhm.
Oh, what is that tower by Viper? I don't understand that.
Hera will drop a stable, and he will have enough to make a bunch of knights. He doesn't have the armor or anything for his knights, though.
Yeah.
So the knights are going to be fairly weak against a big group of archers plus the tower. You're going to need a couple knights to clear up the scouts unless you damage them even more with the archers. But you will be able to upgrade the crossbow. You will be able to get bodkin.
Yeah.
And this army is going to be pretty deadly in Castle Age until Viper gets there. And Viper still hasn't clicked up.
Dave, I'm amazed by Hera's ability to go up to Castle Age that fast.
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, Viper, he was so late to add the farms.
Yeah.
So late. So I think he could have been up like 2 minutes earlier if he had played it differently. He's still in a good position. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he just killed a villager on the wood line, and now he's clicked up the Castle Age. He just needs to burn 2.5 minutes without losing a ton of villager numbers.
Is he in a good position? I don't like his position. It's like the crossbows of Hera.
He's gonna spot him though.
I'm really curious now how that one is going to be played out. Because yeah, villager-wise, he has a huge lead. You don't have to think about that, but that's the crossbows. They will show themselves to the scout, most likely.
Yep. And then he still has these scouts from behind. So if he wants to kill time, oh, does
he
he see that?
doesn't
He goes
see
for a
Dave.
tower. He goes for a
see-
tower. Went for a defensive tower. He hasn't seen the crossbows in a while. They're gonna show up at the wood line. Hera's gonna get at least like 3 or 4 vill kills here. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh god. Viper.
That definitely hurt. That definitely hurt a lot. I mean, one crossbow goes down in the process. But this is definitely not the best situation to be in for a Viper.
Mhm.
He has a couple of towers here to defend. That's nice for him, of course. And he should be able to clean that up in Castle Age then. And then Viper is again in an okayish position. And he has also
Hera
been
keeps-
annoying a lot with the 5 scouts in the
Yeah.
front.
Hera keeps moving. See that low HP villager on the farms? He
Yeah.
keeps moving them to different sides for wherever Viper is attacking.
Yeah, he knows exactly how that
trying to
feels like
save
to
him.
get the snipe. And I love that. Okay, Viper will go for Botkin arrow right now, so he gets the
that-
extra range.
Will that range the gold? I think
don't
the
think
tower
so.
ranges a little bit more of that gold because it can kind of hit that far tile.
Mhm.
And I think it's going to range a couple of those bills now. And Hera's really oversaturating that. He can't go back to the back golds because the scouts have been lurking around there. He's now sending his crossbows in once again to pick off 2 farmers from Viper. Also sending the knight in to make things messy. But Viper is looping around with Lightcav, Jordan. Viper is looping around with Lightcav, and Hera's woodline is completely exposed there.
Oh, God. Who's leading right now? Oh, he doesn't see the wood here.
He's
That's
still
massive.
going back to the berries and the gold. He thinks Hera's going to expand out that way.
Yeah, that's massive.
Didn't see that. That's huge, dude. Oh, Viper. And now the gold from Viper. Hera's back there with the crossbows. Viper does notice, though.
Yep. I love this. A lot of action is going on. The tower is getting some good damage onto this crossbows. And man, the light calf. They were so close to find lethal damage. But fortunately for Hera, Viper went the wrong direction. And now it looks like a very equal game here, Dave.
Hera's still being annoying with those crossbows, too. Viper, at some point, Viper needs to clear that up.
Yeah.
That is such an annoying army. And now he's sending the 4 knights back. That'll give Hera time to kind of rest and recover in his own economy. But Viper definitely needs to do this. Shouldn't send the weak knight in there either. It's like he's listening. Brings her back.
And Viper doesn't have double butt axe. What?
Yep.
That's not typical for Viper, is it? Not something you see every day from him. And Viper must be like, where is his wood line?
He should know, dude. He should know that it's there.
Yeah, but he's like...
It's process of elimination. Okay, the low HP guy's going to die here.
2 of them.
And Hera's losing farmers. Oh, man.
He loses a lot of them. He's on the market right now. He's on the market, yeah. And Viper just continues to be annoying here. He continues to be annoying. I'm not sure, Dave. We have 45 villagers for Viper and 36 for Hera. So clearly a huge lead for Viper. It felt like the last minute has been very positive for him.
Yep. Viper is also looping around with the knights to the woodline now. But his light cav are not in position to snipe any monks from Hera. However, Hera only has 1 monk there.
Yep.
Viper might lose the villager on the tower. He does. Hera managing to take that out. And Hera's saving a weak knight as well. And he's going to try and convert a knight from Viper. Deleted. Knights are coming into the woodline.
That's huge. That's so massive.
That's massive.
Yeah. Hera reacts though. Doesn't lose a villager.
But the knights can come into the gold now. Looks like that tower took out 2 villagers on the gold. So could range the edge of that. The light cav are coming in for that monk from the other direction. Hera trying to quick wall that in and save it. And the knights are still pressuring, and the light cav aren't in. Hera managed to get that quick wall down to save the monk, but he's going to sacrifice some villagers along the way.
Yeah. And man, that knight at Viper's gold position was standing there all the time on stand ground. It did not attack any villager. It could have at least killed 2-3 villagers. That would have been nice for him, obviously. Yeah, taking 1 more villager down before it dies itself. But after all has happened, we see 20 army for both players and just more economy.
Too many fires to put out. Like the 2 conversions on the knight too. You know that army is still to the right. You're still chasing it. There's an army under your TC. Your counterattacks aren't doing anything. The monks are still alive. Yeah. It's too many fires, Jordan, and not enough water.
Yeah.
For Hera.
Yeah. Just problematic for him right now. And at this point, I guess the best choice you can go for is go for a complete all-in. But it's really hard to do because Viper has been so active with all the raids and the monks don't really work in his favor too much as well. And now those 4 knights are going to do so much, and Hera drops down in population more and more, and Viper takes home the 2nd game.
Crazy game. Honestly, the fact that Hera even made that competitive is amazing.
Yeah.
Once again, I kind of I feel like Viper, do you think he almost respected Hera a little bit too much going for the archer play there? Instead of just going to skirm and expanding his farm eco, or going like heavier into scouts,
Hmm.
is kind of a little bit strange. He was
Yeah.
so slow up to Castle Age, so slow to get his farms down in the beginning, and I think that gave Hera a chance.
I was a little bit surprised as well, especially after we saw how good the beginning was for him. He was able to deny the gold income. He was able to kill one archer at least, the first one already. So there are so many things that work into your favor. Just adding, scouts seemed the natural process there. And yeah, by adding the archer range, he delayed himself quite heavily, and Hera made it super, super competitive, even though it was so bad at the beginning for him.
Hera had more resources collected that game. What happened there? How? He had less villagers. I guess it was just like the market selling that
Yeah, it's the market selling.
pushed him ahead, but still.
It was still
Viper
super
had the
competitive.
superior eco that entire time. I guess the double bed axe coming into play.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Also, Viper actually, which I haven't seen in a very long time, higher average EAPM. I know the stat doesn't really mean that much in general, but over Hera, which Viper usually averages like low 90s.
Yeah.
So that's kind of means he was moving a little bit that game.
It was a very action-packed game, and that's also the reason why I love Haboob so much, because it kind of forces the action. There's no way you can fully wall. It's just not gonna happen, right? So you have to play on at least 2-3 fronts, and that's something which really puts the players to the test. Has anything happened already, Dave?
No.
I'm in. Let's go.
Okay, we're in. Let's speed up. Viper's about to go for a drush here, and it looks like it's gonna be it's a men-at-arms push. Curtains. Going for the third militia, Jordan. If you speed up, you'll get there soon enough. It's big action here. Big, exciting action. Only seen on Jordan's Medieval Brawl. #1, JMB Season 2, JMB Season 2, Week 1.
Edition 1, please.
Edition 1.
Thank you.
The week.
The week edition. I thought you were being nice, and then you make it fun. Really?
And Hera is going for some MBL level walls here.
I love the archer range.
He tries to secure his base. He also went up with no loom, I believe. Yep. So that was great from him. And Viper's going to head on over to this full work.
Dave, I have caught up, by the way. Okay, 7 minute 35. Just saying.
Viper can actually maybe pick a villager, but his scout is a little bit out of position. He can't block this. Men-at-arms upgrade is coming in. He can kill this No, he can't.
Man, and he lost. And he lost quite a few HP on the scout as well. So that was a little bit tough for Viper. He gets 2 sheep though, and if he wants to lame those, so he really takes this one serious. Not like you, Dave, making fun of JMB.
I wasn't making fun of JMB. I was just trying to get the right thing. Look at Hera's eco. This is a disaster. Just look at the villagers roaming around.
Yeah.
There are villagers everywhere.
This isn't looking good. I mean, he has horse color, right? So he will be able to get food very heavily or very fast again, but he will definitely have some ILTC time, that's for sure.
Hera chasing back the scout from Viper. Viper adding in some archers behind. He's not really pressured to wall off super quickly right now, so he's just going to do it slowly with house walls.
Yeah.
That's quite nice because it's going to be a lot more secure than just a palisade.
Yeah.
If you manage to get those down, and I think the men-at-arms are going to buy you another, plus your scout, plus the spear, plus the archers, another like 3 or 4 minutes to get the walls.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Viper is not under any single threat right now. And Hera, he will try to get fletching now as well for his skirms, I would assume. It just feels like the start was very, very nice for Viper. The scout is being lost now though, and yeah, he will get the balls down. He doesn't have double bid X, Dave, and that's something I'm surprised about because he's Mystic
game in a row.
He's Mystic Reed himself.
I mean, it worked for him though.
Where are you talking from, by the way?
Sorry, my headphone cord was wrapped up against my chair, so I had to undo it.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, I would like, you know, my head was like leaning down, like tilting down, because I couldn't go any further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's annoying.
Yeah, I get you.
Hera's playing this greedy. Viper, I would say he's playing greedy, but he doesn't even have horse collar or double bit axe, so I don't know what this is.
This is something you don't really see too often from him. I'm just wondering, where will Hera place the next forward, Dave? Do you have an idea? Because I really struggle to see a good place for that.
I think you delete the
balls.
walls on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you wall from that wood line to the edge of the map.
No.
And you just slow build it out.
No, no.
Hera didn't even get fletching. Like, he's not concerned about any pressure from Viper.
Oh, he's fine. He's chilling.
Viper getting double bit axe, big.
Yeah. This is actually super big.
That's what she said.
I love the fact that everyone makes those kind of jokes.
Oh, and coast the mountain.
Go smart.
Whatever that means.
Have you ever, like, you could try it out and see what reactions it has as a following. Like,
No,
why not?
because why would I?
You could go into the bar and say, hey, a German told me I should go into the bar and ask a girl if she has ever gone Coast Mountain. And just see the
Fine, I'll do
reaction,
it
let me
tonight.
know.
I'll do it tonight.
Okay, awesome. I'll wait for the
write you a
message tomorrow.
report.
Yeah.
So Hera's got a pretty
Look
good
at-
eco.
Look
with
at the
poles.
food economy by him. It's insane.
It's wonderful. I mean, that's just Polish things, right? And he's going to click up a little bit sooner, maybe, than Viper, although he does queue up a few more villagers and some more skirmishers. And Viper is taking this opportunity that Hera's given him and is going to sneak away with the archers. But Hera actually might spot these archers with the spearmen. He does for 1 second. Does he notice it, though? I don't think he noticed that. I don't think he saw that.
Nah, no way. I mean, Hera is Hera, but he's not like a robot, right?
Oh, I hope that Hera doesn't delete those walls we were talking about at the exact second that Viper tries to come in here with the archers.
Yeah.
Looks
This
like
could be
Viper's-
so dangerous for Hera, but fortunately for him, he's walled. If he was not walled, he would be dead right there. And Viper shows himself. And those men-at-arms, they are so valuable. They buy them so much time. And those archers can really position them very well right now.
I mean, they even got a kill, but like Hera doesn't even have fletching. So, did he really care about that army? I don't think so. I think that was meant to hold the archers back in Viper's base.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, Viper actually snuck out as soon as he saw it, so it had the opposite effect. And Viper will have the advantage to Castle Age, which means he gets the additional range on his units. He'll get crossbow as well, and that's going to be really tough for Hera to stop.
Yeah, the
Just
thing
skirmish.
is, Viper really has to watch out here because he cannot afford losing those archers here. And those skirms can jump onto those archers very soon. I'm really surprised that Viper is out here. Doesn't make any
There's
sense.
a lot of space, though. There's not many choke points. There's a lot of space. Viper's got a big ego. And Viper's just going to come in here and try and micro against these. Armor is in, though, so he's just kind of tossing away some archers that probably should have saved. And Hera will target the weak ones. Say thank you very much.
The big advantage for Viper though was that those skirms were not full HP. So therefore he can pick them up. But yeah, he has to retreat as soon as possible. It's not worth it for
Like,
Viper.
why not just wait for the crossbow upgrade at some point? He could snipe all of them down for free. Now he's got it. He does have more crossbows at the front there. Hera will go for 2 extra TCs, it looks like. Viper adds extra TCs of his own, a little bit easier with Britons.
Yep. And Monastery incoming for Hera right away as well. So he's very methodically with the defense he's going for. And Hera needs to pay a little bit more attention here on his main goal because those crossbows are about to breach in here. And those skirms, yeah, they will not run after those crossbows in the corner.
love the
They
fact-
will defend here.
I love the fact Viper added a knight here.
Yeah, love it.
Hera's gone for the monastery, but the knight is going to put him under all sorts of pressure. And as long as he hangs around his crossbows with that knight, the monks can't get anywhere near that.
Yeah. And now this is going to be really tough for both players because Hera, he doesn't feel the issue because he's pulse, right? He's just like, okay, I have to defend the main things here. And Viper, on the other side, he will think like, okay, he needs to make things happen.
But like,
and that's exactly what he's doing.
This is perfect. And he discovers a hole next to that house. I don't think either player knew that hole was there until the knight ran through there. It seemed like the wood line went all the way to the house. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, even if Hera sits back in defense here, he has no space for full works, Jordan.
That's the problem.
Viper's keeping him penned in here. Like, where is he even going to make that famous Polish eco? Only space for 2 full works, and he's not on stone, so it's not like he can buy himself space with a castle.
Yeah.
He's just completely smothered.
Yeah, this looks very tough for Hera now, but he gets good conversions against those knights, though. And these help so much. And now the skirms can jump onto those crossbows. And yeah, Viper is kind of forced to retreat here, Dave.
Viper 3TC behind this, though, constantly adding to his eco. Hera finally buying himself enough space. It did cost him a lot, though.
Yeah. I still prefer Hera's position. Just feels a little bit smoother. And he adds a forward. That one is a little bit rushier, but he should be able to get at least 7 or 8 farms in there.
He's only missing out on 1 farm there, right?
Yeah.
2 farms, probably, I think. It's not that bad.
It's manageable.
What do you think about balancing full works by removing the +5 population they give you?
I don't think it's the biggest balance. I think I would reduce the income they get not from 10% but like 7%, something like that.
I don't know. I don't think that. I don't.
I think it is better than 5 house population. I'm just saying.
But like, it's a deeper discussion, right? Like, I think definitely cost of the knights is way too cheap once you get the privileges tech, right? Like, instead of making it, like, maybe make it a lower percentage for the knight discount and keep the full works the way they are, because at some point, if you nuke the full works too much, polls don't really have that many tech options to go into.
Yeah.
So
that's why I'm saying, like, if you have 8% instead of 10, that's, I think, a good balance there. But yeah, I don't know. I love polls, man. I just love polls because it is so hard to make them brick as well on open maps. It's really tough.
This monk's gonna die. I've never seen anything more dead than this monk.
It is really dead, Dave. It
He wet
really was. I was at one point. I was like, I think if only one shoots and it is on stand ground, I have hope for the monk. But it was just dead. It was just dead, Dave.
This is why we shouldn't think.
Okay, just lead with the intuition.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Just as a caster, all you have to do is say what's happening. The skirmishers are walking towards the crossbows. The crossbows are walking away.
Yeah.
4 town centers for Viper. Second stable for Viper.
Light cav in the mix
third
already
stable.
for Viper already as well. This looks
Third
like
stable.
there's a lot of raiding potential coming in here from Viper.
Well, and Hera's playing this super greedy, right? Well,
Yeah.
like
He's not
he
on
was
stone.
playing
Okay,
super
never mind.
greedy at the beginning. Then he invested into military when he needed it. Now he's playing greedy again because he only has 14 skirms. And he's in the middle of nowhere, Jordan, after he knew that Viper had a stable.
Yeah.
He's coming out here into the middle of the map, and he's going to try and engage. And fortunately for him, the light cav haven't gotten any attacks in yet. And he'll probably make it home with at least some of these skirmishers.
It feels like the light cav don't really deal too much damage against the skirms. I mean, they should, but
Skirms have +2 armor, remember that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're doing like 5 damage per hit.
The good thing with the light cav play is that, you know, you don't care about the monks here at all. So Hera is forced to finally switch into the knights here. And he's very close to get a castle up as well. So he is definitely flirting with that idea. It's just a matter of time.
Viper's also kind of playing greedy in a sense. Like, he went for that 4th TC first, right? He was holding Hera in with the early military. He's gone for a few light cav, but still hasn't gotten stuff like ballistics.
Yeah.
For his crossbow army, and his economy looks fantastic behind it. So this is just kind of a stalling maneuver from him as he goes for the university in the center. And now he's coming forward with a castle on that hill, which is going to be a pretty brutal position for Hera to push back.
Yeah, the thing is though, look at Hera's economy. It looks very, very strong, and I don't know, it doesn't feel like Hera is, you know, at risk of losing anything right now. Oh, nice palisade gate from Hera. Beautiful. Saving all the monks. Okay, lost one.
All of them?
But saving all of... Okay, maybe 2 gods.
All of them?
He lost 2.
We shouldn't think.
We
Here
shouldn't
comes the
think.
privileges. Here
I
comes
think-
the privileges from Hera.
Dave, I
How many
think...
stables?
Yeah.
5.
Why do you only say privilege and not the first word?
Because I'm not 100% sure on how to say the first
Oh,
word.
I
It's a
wanna hear it
caster
now.
technique.
Oh.
Slata. I think it's Slata. I think.
Slasha, right?
Slata.
I have no idea.
Privileges? I
You
don't
shouldn't listen to my advices there.
know. Yeah. Viper's not making a switch. He's not going up to Imp, and he's not making tech switch into Pikeman yet. So the Knights might be an issue for him.
Yeah.
He's already got 6 in the queue, and
Yeah.
Viper might just be overwhelmed at
Yeah.
some point.
I think so. It's going to be very tough for him to fend off against those incoming knight spams here, and those skirms are very close to getting on top of those crossbows as well, and this is not ideal for Hera. For Viper.
Viper queues up more light cav. So what, he's just going to keep streaming them into the back of Hera's base, distracting him,
Yes, that's
hoping
the
he
plan.
can pick off the Knights with the crossbow. Hera's adding more full works. Farms are getting a little bit sketchy now. You saw what I was talking about, right?
Yeah, I love that one. I love that one. But I know this.
Yeah.
I know this feeling too well, though. I know
Yeah.
it too well. It's super
Do you know
tough.
this feeling that Viper has right now where you think you're doing well and then suddenly there's 20 Polish Knights pushing you back? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good one.
He's switching to a pikeman right now, but I don't think that switch is in time here, Dave.
If he had walled up his base, it might have been. If he had a stone wall where those stables are, maybe he could like force Hera to engage against him near that castle.
Yeah.
But now he's going to have to be responding to stuff at the back of his base.
Yeah.
And Hera doesn't care about this army because he can easily make another 7 knights in an
Exactly.
instant.
Exactly. Like, he doesn't care at all. And those knights, I mean, we're not talking about Imperial Age against Cast Age, we're talking about Cast Age against Cast Age, and those knights are as good as you can have them in Cast Age for Poles, and now even Hera goes up to Imperial Age much faster than Viper. It feels like Viper will run out of steam here.
Kind of seems like he invested a little bit too much into the light cav, right? Maybe
Yeah.
getting a little bit too cute
Yeah.
with the units. Viper, classic Viper, already 1,500 gold in the bank. And he will just keep banking up that gold, saving it for a rainy day. We might be in a rainy day situation
Yeah.
right now as more knights come in.
This is looking very tough. I mean, yes, the units of Viper will try to defend here, but now with the skirms incoming as well, the pikemen are completely evaporized, and those knights are having a field down day now, Dave. This is just like, yeah, as you say, they don't mind. Even if they die, it's so easy to replenish them.
I like it. You made up a new word. I like it. Evaporized.
That is not a what?
You could say vaporized. You could say evaporated. You
Oh,
could say
really?
Evaporate. Yeah, but I've never heard of vaporized before. I like it. I'm gonna start
100%.
using it. I'm gonna start
100%.
using it. I love it. I love it, dude. Have you ever like heard someone make up a word and you're just like instantly, yeah, I want to use that word.
Whoa, I was 100% sure it is a word. I really thought that
No.
is a word.
There's a lot of knights here from Hera, and
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot from Viper, although he does still have 133 bills, and he will find the new TC from Hera. I don't think he'll be able to deny that, though.
Yeah.
Still has a big crossbar army. I mean, probably doesn't want to give up with this pop, being the way it is, but when he sees the Imperial Age from Hera, he's going to know that things are it's just trouble.
Yeah. Ah, this is just so rough for Viper. I mean, he still has the population lead, but his work efficiency, look at that, 40%.
His momentum is just evaporized here.
Yeah, 100%.
This is nothing.
And you know, if you get evaporized, then you know you get evaporized. That is just the way it is, and you just call the GG here.
Exactly. 69 knights produced from Hera, and they just started production like 6 or 7 minutes ago. That's what you can do with pulls.
Yep. Dave, Hera has put himself on the scoreboard on this match. You think we will see a comeback by him?
I don't know. I think Viper's actually playing pretty good here. He's impressed me, especially with the early game there. I think the switch to light cav was just maybe he should have focused on going up to imp and the Hal switch earlier. Maybe you just like if it kind of seems like he thought he could catch Hera and still do additional damage and delay Hera from getting into the knights rather than preemptively trying to put himself in a position where he can counter the knights. If you know what I'm saying.
Yep. Because once the pulls flood of knights is happening,
you need helps. Yeah,
you need
helps to deal with that.
Yeah, or you cannot stop it anyway. Like one of these two options. My game doesn't load up as always.
Oh.
And the trick with the spectator dashboard doesn't work, by the way.
I'll just have to restart then.
I will just quickly restart.
It's fine. Nothing. I'll explain it all to you. Viper, the yellow on the right side of Coast Mountain. He's gone for the dock early. He's got 2 fishing ships out already because of the Lithuanians. He's gonna go up to feudal age soon. Hera just now placed in the dock, and he's not making fishing ships. And it looks like he's going for the same thing he went for against
Winchester.
What did he play before? Winchester.
I'm here to back you off.
He's also got a villager with Loom heading towards Viper's Dockville. And he tries to wall him in, but it doesn't work. Viper walls in Hera. But Hera's out. I'm trying to paint the picture. Am I painting it fine?
I love it. I was fully committed with the dancing.
Didn't sound convincing.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, you can continue. I'm there.
Okay, so Hera's going up to feudal age first. Hera's now trying to chop a tree to get in towards Viper's villager. Viper waiting for that and now walling in his villager once again. Viper still without Loom going up to feudal age as he's having a little villager battle with Hera. Hera now placing a dock next to the villager from Viper, and Viper places his dock next to the dock from Hera. However, Hera's up to feudal age faster, so Viper's really got to consider whether he wants this dock next to the dock from Hera. Also still doesn't have Loom. Hera now trying to hold that villager in from Viper with his camel, but Viper has the camel there trying to hold the villager from Hera in. Are you in yet?
Yes.
Okay.
And this was Age of Empires 2 Radio.fm. Casted by
Night
Dave.
Viper's actually up to feudal age first. He's going to be going for fire galleys here, but he can only afford one immediately. There's the second one. And both players going to escape unharmed with their villagers.
Dave, you're a great entertainer. I love it.
Okay.
I could just stay here and just listen and let you do all the talking. I wouldn't mind that.
Would you pay, theoretically, of course, would you pay $5.99 a month?
I think all people who don't do that, while they enjoy your content, should think about it again, because that's like such a good deal.
Sounds like a great deal to me.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh, Hera went galleys here.
I think that's the
Ooh,
smartest
okay.
choice.
Well, he is Berbers, so his ships are faster, so he's going to be very annoying with these. And he doesn't have any fish to protect. So this actually might be smarter, Jordan, if you think about it. He has nothing to protect. He just run around with these. As long as he's willing to micro them,
Yeah, okay.
Viper's going to have such a headache.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, look at these slow-ass fire galleys trying to catch up to him.
The
Can't.
slowest fire galley.
He can't.
Yeah, you cannot touch them. That's true.
No.
Oh,
Game's
game has
paused.
been paused.
I think it was you.
Oh. Hera is asking how many boars he has gotten around the
Oh.
TC.
Oh.
Okay, never mind.
So he didn't know the amount of boars on the map?
Yeah, apparently.
Rhino? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I wouldn't know as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
It's just complicated.
Or 3-ish.
I love it.
3-ish.
I love
I guess
it.
there is a third one, a kind of like a decent distance away. Like Hera's got it too, right?
Yeah. Here, this one.
3-ish.
It's a good answer, right? Like, if you answer it like that, you're always in
yeah.
a safe position. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I said 3-ish. Could be 2,
Exactly.
could be 5.
God, this is just annoying. I'm getting secondhand tilt from watching Viper try and clear up these galleys, bro. And he knows like he won't be able to save his fish. So what he's doing right now is just trying to pull them out of position so he can get the maximum amount of time from these fishing ships before they're dead.
Yeah, very nice move by Viper, but he will not invest any further into any water play anymore, and that is exactly the right decision. Well.
Now, how has microing all these galleys really affected Hera's eco behind this? Doesn't look like too much. He's had a little bit of idle time.
No.
But that's about it. He's going to come snipe the fish from Viper, and he's going to add fish of his own now.
Hera adding walls now to his base. This time he's going to be completely fine as there is no forward aggression incoming by Viper. And those Berber villagers, pretty handy in these kind of maps as well because you get the walking time, which is much higher compared to other maps. And their villagers working or walking faster definitely helps.
Yep. Okay, Viper's got scouts on the way. And there are villagers forward that are quite exposed, but Viper will need like 3 scouts to take out a couple villas over there. He's going to try and hold the walls open here. It's only got 1 scout inside, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hera with the camel involved. Viper might actually block the other villager incoming. Yeah. It's so stupid, isn't it? It's just so dumb.
I love the camel shenanigans, man. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Yeah. Viper has gone for a demo raft inside of that dock.
Yeah.
So
In theory,
he's not over-investing. Hera doesn't know how many units are inside of that dock.
Yeah.
And Hera's just keeping the 4 fish or ships alive, but he's not going to add any fish behind this likely. Because he doesn't want to overinvest as now he loses another villager to the scouts from Viper.
It feels like 4 is the ideal number in his head because against Winchester he had 4 as well. And, I mean, he doesn't have to really rush the walls because, you know, he's fine. There's only Scout in the play now for Viper and he has the Spearman in common. So he's going to be completely fine here, especially with the walls. And water is in his territory right now, so... And him going up to Castle Age with Berbers can be very dangerous for Viper.
Viper will be going up to Castle Age shortly as well. Hera actually brings the galleys back. And he's not going to hang out too near to that. And Viper's going for that villager. Viper is now going for the villager likely with the demo. Demo! Build! Delete! Oh, he almost had it! I think he could have had it because the Bill was weak.
I think so.
Yeah.
But that needed to be a perfect deletion of the
He
demo.
might get it now.
Yeah, he will.
He's going to get it now, so it doesn't matter. But lose a scout along the way.
We got excited.
Yep.
We definitely got excited. That was nice. How many relics are on the maps? 5.
5, I think.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, definitely looks like that. And now Hera up to cast stage a little bit faster than Viper with a very, very healthy economy. So, I don't know. I don't mind Hera's position right now. Going knights and camels in cast stage as Berbers against the
He's
Thwanians.
also
Not too
he's
bad.
trapped the camel in from Viper as well, so that's a little bit of a morale boost. Can't auto scout to find the rest of the stuff on the map.
Oh,
Fantastic.
wait. He doesn't have a second building.
Well, he's up, and so is Viper.
Yeah. But Viper was fast at 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Quite massive.
So what do you open with here as Viper? Do you just open Knight, go with the monks?
It has to be the play. Yeah.
Relics, yeah.
Monk Knight play. Yeah.
And if you're Hera, you do the same thing?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And as Berbers, you will most likely focus heavily on camels there, I suppose.
I think it's going to be really nice for Viper having these 3 scouts left over. Because Hera will probably add some monks as well.
Yeah. That's going
And
to be
Hera
very
actually
important for
queuing up-
Viper. Yeah, good.
Hera queuing up 3 scouts of his own. So
He knows.
he knows how important it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. He knows how important the relic fight especially is going to be. Because against Lithuanians, you know, relics are important, yes. But especially if you play against Lithuanians, it has to have a very high priority in your strategy to get those or to fight for those.
Viper is still a little bit ahead in resources collected total. Hera's catching up though, and Hera has the fish, of course. So he's going to surpass him pretty soon. But those 2 villagers Viper killed in the eco time, idle economy time, earlier, probably adding up. Also, he had the fishing ships early. So just
That
trying to
helps.
explain, because I popped into the stat screen there, and it was counterintuitive seeing
Yeah.
Viper ahead in resources, but
Yeah.
I think that'll shift pretty soon.
Viper trying to block the spearman, that was kind
I
of
saw
cute, but
that.
still, the spearman is alive and can get some scouting information in. While Viper here on the other side, how many relics does he see? He sees all of them except the one which is the closest to him. And every relic in will give you a lot of help, because Lithuanians, they get the extra attack on their cavalry
He's not
units.
even- Jordan, he's not even going into knights.
Yeah,
just
he's
making pikemen. Pikeman monk.
Interesting.
Yeah. He will lose a Vil because Hera got that light cav upgrade really early.
Yep.
And he's going to have to be extremely careful with his monks. Also has revealed that pikeman upgrade to Hera. So Hera will know what's happening here.
Yeah.
I think Hera can get away with just a few monks, few knights, some light cav, and then probably go into stone now. I think would be a good bet. And he's dropping that TC on the stone.
Yeah.
You can get into camel archers here earlier to deal with the pikemen. Could be pretty good.
Yeah, the camel archer is going to be a unit which helps Berbers a lot against the pikemen. However, if I think about it, like elite skirms for Lithuanian seems like a beautiful unit as well. The faster speed of the trash units also helps a lot. Also the pikemen, they're going to have, you know, good moment here against the light cav as well, because they're just a little bit faster. Both players will boom heavily and expand their economy, and I would not be surprised to see this game go into privilege.
The problem with the pikemen here is that like they can defend you, but they can't really push anywhere, right? And Hera's gonna hold Viper in with all this cavalry, and if he just makes his way on into a decent, massive camel archer, even if the Lithuanian skirms are good, I'd still take a big ball of camel archers in the end game over skirmishers, because you can negate the skirmishers with other tools like Hussar or whatnot.
And the conversion doesn't get in there for the monk. And now Hera, obviously, he is super aware of everything going on here. And oh, the knight got converted. How?
Also kills 2 light cav, almost 3 light cav.
Yeah.
Viper
This is
getting some good
massive.
trades. However, Hera will see that monk there. Hera should be able to snipe that down. No, pulls it away, and now he's gonna give him another night conversion? Oh no, Hera!
Oh, that
He
was
doesn't
that
get
was
the
close.
conversion.
That was close. But man, I thought the knight has been converted so long that it must be a conversion right there. But I was wrong here. And yeah, the relic is being
Going for the
fought
monk,
for.
doesn't get it.
But the monk will get it. Hera doesn't have any light cav in the close by anymore, so he will be fine there. But overall, Hera has a little bit of a lead here in terms of the villagers.
Hera's snagging his second relic of the game. I think in the middle there. Does he see that? He will now. He's going for the one near Viper's base, I think. Yeah, he's going all the way around for that, Jordan. No, he's deciding that the middle one is probably better, but he's going to run into an army of pikemen. Unfortunate series of events there for Hera.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate for him, and Viper will see it and be very, very satisfied to pick off that monk here. And you can see most likely both players will end up with 2 relics in the monastery. Everyone has 1 so far, but yeah, it's just a matter of question who's going to pick off the one in the middle, and I think that's going to be very hard to judge right now, Dave.
There's 1,200 gold in the bank for Viper. That's
Loves
a little
that,
bit too much. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's buying food with that. Okay. Let's get yourself in a better position. Balance your economy a little bit. There's more than enough gold to be taken along this mountain area. Hera, still only 6 on stone, and only 77 stone right now. So it feels to me like he's kind of delayed getting to a castle, as he's losing a few light cav now in the back of Viper's base. A little bit sloppy there. What do you think? Do you think he should have, went towards the castle earlier, or do you think his timing is right?
I think he should have had the castle earlier. I guess that's just the way Hera plays it, right? He just loves to be on the edge of doing everything. He wants to find the optimal sweet spot all the time. But yeah, just having camel archers out a bit earlier, and you know, maybe having a bit of an worse impact on the economy. I understand that because you invest into stone instead of getting other resources that help you expanding economy faster. But just the camel archers will give you so much presence on the map, and Viper would have to stay home all the time because he cannot engage against those camel archers here.
Well, this looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? This castle location. It's the same kind of area that Vinchester went against Hera in the previous set. However, Viper is not placing this while Hera is already up to Imperial Age, and Hera definitely doesn't have a castle of his own yet.
No.
So this castle for Viper will still be pretty decent, walling it off on the side. Actually bought the stone to go for a castle. Now Hera's buying stone of his own. And he is going to try and make a castle up there, but he sees the castle for Viper now, and that's bad news.
Yeah, you cannot engage there. No chance. No commitment. However, Hera will be up faster to Imperial Age. And Viper very late with the wheelbarrow up timing. While Hera already has handcard, he doesn't even have wheelbarrow yet. So that is quite a massive deficit in the economy.
Handcart and Berber villagers. And the economy for Hera is showing it. Got more resources collected now as he techs into the cavalry armor. And he is just going to start expanding his eco, I think, south. Start adding some more farms here. Click up to Imperial Age, hopefully. I can't believe Viper is up before him.
I
Hera
don't
would
understand
click up
that.
first.
How did that happen? Market
know.
abuse, yeah. But that's something I didn't expect at all. Is Hera missing a second building? Okay, never mind. He has a castle here. And now in the south side, also the pikemen, they have spotted the gold miners. So this is a very nice catch for Viper.
Well, the villagers can run away quite quickly, so I think Hera's going to save those.
I think
Look
they're
at 'em.
faster. They're faster than the pikemen, man.
They're not, but they're close.
Yeah, 1.6 against 1.21. Crazy. Love it. And now, with the position, being able to build lighties, if you have to combine, it's just Tough. Viper needs lighties, skirms, and halberdiers. That would be his ideal combination, I think.
And luckily for him, I think Hera actually sold 200 or 300 stone to get enough gold to click up. So he can't even go for a second castle yet.
Yeah.
So by the time like he's an imp, he might start building that castle. But the Treb War is going to be difficult to win downhill
Yeah.
with less castles than your opponent.
Exactly.
Because Viper will probably get his up first over here.
So 1 minute away from Imperial Age are both players. Economy seems to be a little bit better for, and not necessarily, because Viper has wheelbarrow, heavy plow, and a bowsaw, while Hera doesn't have that. So that's definitely a huge thing, isn't it?
Hera has the fishing ships too this entire time, and I think it's his eco upgrades have been just a little bit better. I think handcart and the early wheelbarrow timing, Viper delayed that so long. Probably better. You can see it reflected on the eco stats. Yeah, Hera's
that's huge.
2,300 eco total ahead, so should be favored.
And now the raids are coming in, and yeah, Viper has some pikemen here to defend, but he will have to chase after those light cap all the time, and that's going to be so annoying.
One of the most broken units in the game is making its way onto the field. These latest are disgusting. They're so good.
Man,
Camel archers are great against them, but they're so good.
They are so insanely strong. It's just unbelievable how strong they are.
Good engagements again with Viper from the pikemen. Hera's been tossing light cav in for a long time in this game, and Hera finally gets Hussar, immediately techs into Hussar in Imperial Age, and we all know what's coming. He's going to try and expand his food eco, going to try and raid Viper to death. Viper already with a defensive castle up at the top, and Viper actually losing a Treb. So he's going to be behind in the Treb war to Hera, so Hera holding on.
Yeah, he loses the trap here, and I don't know. It's just very tough for him because Hera has all the mobility right now. He has the crucial upgrades. Okay, +4 armor missing on his Hussars, but that's not the biggest deal. And now, you know, he's fine. He's fine because he can always dictate the pace of the game. While Viper, on the other side, he has to kind of try to make defense happen. And his economy is just going to be idle for quite some time here.
Heavy camel coming in for Hera. Viper's still repairing that castle. He did manage to wall off the Trebs, so the Hussar can't come in and snipe him again.
Yep.
But Hera keeps kind of expanding his base. He's going for more stables, adding a castle in the south to keep his eco safe. And Viper is just teching into, well, he's not really teching into anything. He has a few pikemen and a few latest.
Yeah. And doesn't really have the best economy right now. Viper does.
I feel like latest are still even like elite. If you get elite latest, I feel like they're still not even that bad against heavy camel.
Oh, they're
and he's getting latest right now. Like you can toss those into anything.
Yeah.
And they will shred.
Lighties, they are such an amazing unit. It's just incredible. They just shred, Dave. They absolutely shred. Viper only has one castle remaining now, with that one going down, and that's not the best for the Lighties production. And going for conscription now as well. So this
he needs to use some of that gold to buy stone, I think.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's going for as well. He needs to switch to halberdiers as well. He cannot fight efficiently against those camels with only one castle production. It just doesn't work.
Okay, so Viper's at 140 pop. Hera's pop capped.
Exactly.
It's pop capped, 50 farms.
Yep.
Berber villagers on those farms, so they're going to be bringing in food quite quickly. He's now buying stone himself, and he's going up for a castle where he wanted his initial castle.
Finally.
And Viper is going for a counter raid with the latest, but remember, there's already a castle in the south there, and there's actually not... Well, there's a few villagers, but I don't know if he's going to find all of them.
That's a problem for him. It feels like Hera, with the mobility he has and the population advantage, he has the full control of this game. He spots the raid on the south as well. And in the north, there are two castles, yes, but Hera doesn't really care too much about them.
Never
Hustlers-
doubt latest. That's
Huh?
all I'm gonna say. Never doubt latest. That's all I'm gonna say. You never quite know.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
stupid unit
It's just
can
insane.
do,
like-
and Viper has elite, and he's got 2 relics to back it up as well. So
Yeah.
20 base attack that ignores armor.
They're just shredding. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just shredding. They even kill all the
Bye-bye,
heavy
camels.
camels here.
Bye bye.
This is such a scary unit to play against.
It's just whether he can keep up with all the raids, because there's going to be a lot happening. If he had all the latest in one spot, he could win the fights. Hera now getting some good conversions, but they're not all in the same spot, right?
Yeah.
He's got some in the south. He's got some trying to snipe this treb so he can keep his buildings alive. He's trying to snipe the
Right.
bomber cannon. Hera's got monks there converting.
Dave, what do you mean with try? If they focus on something, they will achieve it.
Yeah,
No
he
matter
just can't
what.
get enough, though. Just
Yeah.
can't get enough. Like now he's
Exactly.
taking the help, but look at Hera's eco behind this.
Yep. Just a massive lead there. Yeah. And Terra wins the 4th game. Viper is forced to tap out of this one, and Dave, we managed to get a 2-2 here, so we will have to go into the decider, game number 5, which is going to be Yucatan.
So when you said Viper
yeah.
was going to get 3-0'd, you meant reverse swept.
Yeah, like my English is not that strong, right? So
Oh, your English
that's-
isn't good.
it-
Okay.
How is it called? Reverse sweep?
Yeah. He's gonna get close to mountained.
Ah,
what
okay.
you-
Yeah, I wanted to say that Viper gets close to
Yeah.
mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, his chances are being vaporized.
Vaporized place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I really have to teach English now as well.
Sorry, I'm kind of knave.
Oh god. Well, Hera definitely playing the 3rd and 4th game to his standards, and that's also something we can see in the results. And yeah, game number 5, Yucatan is going to be the map. We have Gujaras Hindustanis for Viper, and Burgundians, and what is this? Saracens, yeah. Burgundian Saracens for Hera on Yucatan.
Okay, Hindustanis or Gujaras?
I would say Hindustanis against Burgundians, Dave. That's
Yeah.
what we will see.
It's their final. It's gone to another 5 game. Actually, JMBs have been really good for this, if I remember correctly.
I've like everyone has been blessed, right? Because it feels
Yeah.
like the sets most of the time go to a decider, and yeah, it's never been like what is the opposite of reverse sweep?
Like just a sweep?
Yeah, exactly, sweep, right?
Oh, okay.
Never really been a sweep. It's always been like very close all the time. Dave, hold on. I'm about to click. Second time. Let's go. Oh. Okay, good. You can already start the casting, Dave, if you would like to. Like, it's not like we were missing out, you know. No, so don't let me stop you. It's fine. You can go ahead.
What's the reverse of a reverse sweep?
Really? Is that the one that kills you right now? I was thinking in the direction of the unreverse sweep, but then I was like, that sounds a bit too complicated.
Oh man. Okay. Well, both players going up to feudal age here. Hera's got a very wallable map.
No.
Extremely wallable.
Really? Look at that.
Yeah.
And that is
That
Burgundian.
is so wallable, dude. So
Yeah.
wallable.
Crazy.
I'm surprised Viper's even like trying to contest this at all, but I guess he's just now coming forward to scout. No, he's seen it. He's seen it.
He has.
Yeah.
He sees the map to its fullest potential, man. And now, look at the way Viper plays. Like, I'm not going into the late game here. I want to play as aggressive as possible.
He's going man-at-arms. It might surprise Hera, honestly.
I
He's
think
gonna
it will
actually,
surprise
he's gonna
him.
steal a llama too. And Hera just very casually, no loom, going up to feudal H, and Viper's already coming around, and Hera is he's just super lackadaisically building this barracks at the front.
He will see the villages on the gold though. So he knows exactly that there is a man-at-arm rush most likely going to come because archer play as Hindustani seems very unlikely.
Yeah.
And
Viper
now
is
those...
doing something nice though. He's splitting one over to the left side as he comes in with the scout. So Hera's gonna expect the full attention over on that right side. And you actually might find some vills over here.
Yeah.
Hera getting loom at the right moment though.
Mm.
Viper waits for the men at arms, and now the stable comes down and blocks out that that militia. Damn.
That was so far a very clutch hold by Hera. And he will not take any damage from those men-at-arms, Dave, because he walled himself very nicely. And he knows exactly where the men-at-arms are, so everything is chilled for him.
He could have been punished so hard there. If Viper had
Yeah.
gone to the left instead of the berries,
Yeah.
if he had gone to the other berries
Mhm.
at the front of Hera's base, he could have caught 3 villagers without loom.
Exactly. That would have been pretty,
that would have been
devastating
brutal.
for Hera right there.
And Hera's
Yeah.
actually adding scouts behind this, so Hera will have some military and feudal as well. Didn't expect to see it. I thought we would just have like walls, or
Yeah.
maybe even no walls at all, in a fast castle attempt from both. But
Yeah.
here we are.
Hera even adds 2 more scouts here to the fray, so he definitely wants to contest this. And there's 2 spears and 1 archer coming as well, so Hera, he will have to find a good answer against this army here, because this can be dangerous. An archer range needs to be an answer here.
I think you can just keep adding scouts, right?
No,
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 you don't think so?
no, won't work.
You can abandon these berries at some point and just fall back to your TC. You don't care.
Yeah, the thing is that the scouts will really struggle to fight against that army. 3 men-at-arms, 2 spearmen, no chance. You have to add a archer range. Dave, can you
Range
please
there.
tell me what is the building right next to the mill?
That's a house and a palisade wall.
Huh. You know exactly which one I mean.
Like right next to the mill. Is this
Yeah,
an English thing as well? I did already say he's adding in an archer range. I did say that.
Oh, you said, okay. See, Dave, that's why you're the controller player. That's exactly why you're the controller player.
I
know-
asked you if he couldn't just keep going scouts. I didn't say he needs to just keep going scouts. I asked you, the professional player, if he couldn't just keep going scouts. And honestly, Hera could just wall this army in from Viper. I'm really concerned that he was staying there, but he manages to retreat. And Hera is back at his base with scouts. And this is the value that scouts give you. Bye-bye, Archer.
Exactly, and now that's very problematic for Viper. But the way he's playing, you know exactly that he just cannot be bothered to play the long game here. Otherwise,
Yep,
he would wall
and-
much more. He's just like,
He's going to try and save this Vil, but that means the rest of his eco is idle because he's desperately trying to save her.
what is Viper doing? What is he
He's
doing?
lining up. He's lining up. He's waiting to get inside. It's a very exclusive club, that house. And he saves the Vil. He does save the Vil, to be fair, but he sacrificed 3 more in the process.
Yeah, that was not too bad though. Oh, look at the what? Look at the village account right now for Viper. 27 versus 32. That's devastating.
I think Viper sees this Civ like Burgundians on this map, and he's already kind of over it. You alluded
Yeah.
to that before, like, don't want to take this late game.
Yeah.
He's counterattacked me. I'm behind an eco.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do I do here?
Yeah, I think all the hopes of Viper's aggression working out have evaporated right now. And now the archers are going to get cleaned up as well.
And so is that forward Vil. I don't know what that was doing there. Maybe it was a waypoint bug from Viper, sending that villager forward, but it dies to the scouts, and Hera, well, he can take this fight quite easily with scouts and skirmishers against this army from Viper, and he's still adding more of those behind this.
Yep.
Plus he has the second wood upgrade and the first farm upgrade, which Viper doesn't have.
Yeah, and now everything is going to get cleaned up here from Viper, and I think this is the moment where Viper also might call the GG. In theory. Let's see. He still hangs on there.
Goes for a tower. Okay. Continues to play here. Respect it. And he's getting cav armor. Yep. No scouts in the queue.
No scouts in the queue.
Did he mean to get infantry armor? Infantry attack?
No.
He does have a stable.
I'm a bit
scouts in the
surprised
queue.
by that. Yeah, no, these spearmen are getting cleaned up as well. Dave, it feels like it is the opposite of the sweep. The reverse sweep has happened.
Yep. It's a big reversal. 37 villagers for Hera, 34 for Viper, but Hera already has wheelbarrow. Oh boy, this is a big difference. And Viper's gonna get one scout with armor.
Yep. This is definitely a very, very strong position for Hera right now.
Wall this army in or something. I could see him doing it. He feels like he has no other option.
Yeah. And Hera, he will be up in a moment. Already wheelbarrow in for him as well. I have a plow in for him as well in a moment. This looks just like a very beautiful economy for him. And Viper on the other side, he is super open. His economy doesn't look too good right now, and he's still far away from Castle Age himself.
You sound kind of dejected.
What sounds dejected?
Your voice.
What means that?
Means like you're kind of like kind of a little bit sad. You know, a little bit out of energy.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the response I would expect from a dejected person. Here come the scouts from Viper. They have the armor. They have the armor, Jordan. They have the armor. They have the armor. Big clear up.
They are completely cleaning everything. And Dave, is this the moment of the comeback from the Viper? What do you think?
No.
Okay.
Actually, if we were like in a big event, I was being paid to cast this, I'd be like, you know, there's potential.
Yeah, I know.
Viper's
There is potential. There is always
got
potential.
700 gold in the bank. If he gets a market down, maybe he can snowball with the Hindustanis here. Maybe if Hera gets a little bit too greedy, doesn't produce military, Viper can get a military of his own and start pushing back through the center of the map.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
It also is Viper. You know, he's the greatest player of all time, the greatest player to ever grace the Age of Empires 2.
But as JMB is not the biggest event,
You were saying?
don't make me stop like that. No.
You were saying?
Oh god. Dave.
No, make your point. I don't think Viper made it for you. Just make it anyway.
What I was trying to say is the following. You said
Yeah.
You said clearly no, but if this was a big event, you were trying to, you know, make it's all about the potential.
There's a tactic I learned. The only thing that Nilly said he's ever learned from me, which I think is quite an accomplishment. Nilly's saying that he's learned something from me, you know?
Yeah.
Is when someone's super far behind, I always get excited for the potential of them coming back, even if it's half of 1%, because imagine how awesome it would be. And that's the way I keep myself mostly mentally engaged in games.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I always just focus on who is ahead, then I would be unable to cast most of the time. It would just be so boring for me, right? So I always like have that potential in the back of my head.
Whoa.
What if a comeback happened?
You have opened a new world for me right now. Why have you never shared that information with me before?
I don't know.
Just something
I
that
don't know.
do.
There
I
was
don't
no,
go publicly telling people that all the time. You asked me what it would be like if it was a big event, because that's the mindset I would be in, where I'm genuinely like doing mental gymnastics to keep myself excited about something. Anyway, the Hera wins this, and it was a good performance from Hera. I mean, reverse sweep. It was amazing.
for sure. Beautiful performance by him. And Dave, thank you so much for making this so much more exciting, because casting with you is much more exciting than casting by myself. So
When
thank
I
you so
think
much.
of JMB, Jordan, I don't think of the games. The games are great, the sets are great. I think of the quality time that I've spent with you
Yeah, I
and
agree.
the new jokes that we have created.
Exactly.
The swimming
Today,
joke came from JMB and now goes to Mountain. Oh my god.
evaporize, discrepancy.
What's the opposite of reverse?
I felt like from all I have said in my life to you, that one was the killer, right? Because
Oh,
you were silent for 3 minutes, something like
Bro,
that.
that was the punchline. I couldn't stop laughing.
What's the punchline? Dave is going to have a good night's sleep today. Love it. Okay, Dave. There will be more in the next week, you know.
Yeah.
So would be nice to have you there again.
Yeah, man. I look forward to it. Thank you, Jordan.
Awesome.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
it, dude.
Dave. Take care.
Have a good
Bye
night,
bye.
man.
You too. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Okay, guys, I'm extremely tired. Yeah, I'll have to see what I will do in the future. Maybe I will prepone the event by 1 hour, because I felt like my energy dropped a little bit at the end. I'm sorry for that, guys. I'm not really used to perform anymore. Reverse phone. Yeah, exactly. Reverse phone. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. This was the first event of 5 or 6, depends a little bit on the times for the next weeks. And yeah, next one is going to be next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, but most likely it's going to be Wednesday. So thank you again, everyone, for being part